Welcome back to the Evolution Podclub. I'm your host, Jackie Seiden. Death. Death is not something to fear. Death is simply a shedding of all fear, all resistance, and a return to who you truly are, source energy. If there was anything to fear, it would have been to join physical reality. But in the non-physical, you can't feel fear. So you're just excited to jump into a new body and play. Death, as you know it, is simply a byproduct of living as you know it. Living is something you call your journey in physical reality. There is not only no death, but there's also no living. You're a being. You exist. You are eternal. You cannot disappear. You cannot go away. You are love energy that flows through everything. So right now you perceive that you're living and others are living around you and you're all having a grand old time, making each other totally miserable. But then you return back to who you truly are in the non-physical, and that is home. This is the dream. You are dreaming. You say when someone dies, that person goes to sleep, but really they're waking up. Your inner selves are awake. They are inside you, feeding you inspired ideas, emotions, loving you, guiding you, but you are not alive. You are, you exist. So when someone dies, they still are too, but you can't perceive them through your limited 5 senses. You can no longer see, touch, smell, taste, and hear that person. So you perceive that person to be gone. In order to connect to them, you must use your other innate non-physical senses, your feelings, your tuition, your gut, your direct communication, your inspirations, your emotions, because all your loved ones are all here right with you. They are connected to you. And the ones that have transitioned, they have returned to the full expressions of themselves, and they know who they are. They are love. And they know who you are. You are love. So they're just there loving you all the time without their limited perspectives. You are not alive and you do not die, and neither do they. They are all here just as you are. But in order for you to perceive death, you need to stop feeling, seeing, touching that person, smelling that person. So source just makes them disappear from your physical senses. And if you want to feel that connection again, because that's what you're mourning, use your other senses, hone those, tap into those, and you can connect with your loved ones in a more fuller and richer way than you ever did here in this lifetime, because they are without resistance. Besides, most people are forgetting that you all really did make each other miserable most of the time, but that's okay because we always miss people when they're gone. Now, you may have an attachment to the relationship as you know it now. How do you make peace with the fact that the dynamics you explored in this life are no longer? Well, we understand that you perceive your loved ones as who they show themselves to be right now and who they've shown themselves to be in the past, but that is not who they truly are. You do not know who they truly are. And if you did, you would love them more than you could possibly imagine. You know the essence of that person, but only a minuscule fraction. So imagine you meet that person in the non-physical and you see them in all their magical glory with all their magical qualities that they have, not just the ones that you were able to sense in the physical reality. Imagine that they could see you in all of your authentic love glory. Now that you could see each other fully, imagine that bond, that relationship, because believe us when we tell you the connection is more profound than anything you can imagine or have experienced. You will love that person so profoundly in the non-physical, you will not lament the roles you played here in this lifetime. There is a lot to unpack when talking about death, and we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. It feels good. Here's the thing. This process of shedding resistance in death, that's what we're learning to do here while we're still alive. That is what we're doing. And that is the exciting process of being on the journey of self-discovery.